What is good, you all? Trigger Trade Go here, and welcome back to a new video. In today's video, I'm going to be playing with a team consisting of Dubwool, Azumarill, and Nidoqueen. Originally, I wasn't going to make this video based off of this team just because I was having issues trying to figure out the strengths and the weaknesses of this team, or how even the team is supposed to be played. But with a little bit of time and a couple of matches later, I did end up getting some wins, some pretty consistent wins, and overall this is really just a fun team to play, very diverse, and just a solid team to use overall in Go Battle League. So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to do a couple of things for me. Drop a like, leave a comment, and make sure to sub to the channel if you're new. I really appreciate it. We just passed 200 subscribers, so I definitely appreciate that more than anything, but let's go ahead and get into the video. Alright, gonna go ahead and get into the first match. We do start off with the Dubwool against Azumarill. Now, we're in a very good place right now just because Dubwool learns the move Wild Charge. It does lower our defense stat once we use it, but I'm not planning on using it anytime soon. We are going to start trying to throw body slams to bait shields. That's really the main objective, because I want this Azumarill to think we're actually going to use Wild Charge, because let's be real, the Azumarill probably knows that we have Wild Charge. The Azumarill is going to clap back most likely with Ice Beam. I did get scared here and I decided to shield. Ice Beam won't do a whole lot of damage to us, so we kind of just wasted a shield there, but honestly I'm not super worried about that. We are going to go ahead and clap back with the Body Slam, and we did not snag the second shield, but honestly that's okay. We'll have a time where we are able to use Wild Charge against the Azumarill. He is going to go ahead and throw another Ice Beam here. Again, Ice Beams don't do too much, although if you stack too many Ice Beams on top of each other, they do tend to be a problem. The plan now is to go ahead and use Body Slam and then follow up with the Wild Charge. Our Dubwool is getting pretty low, so it's at the point where we either need to snag a shield or knock out the Azumarill just to see what they have in the back. We are going to go ahead and go for the Wild Charge, and we do end up killing the Azumarill, which lowers our defense, which is perfectly fine. They send in Obstagoon. We have a perfect counter for Obstagoon, which is going to be Azumarill. Fighting type moves, dark type moves, nothing that Obstagoon has on his moveset at this current moment is really going to do anything to Azumarill, so we're honestly going to try to stack up as much energy as we can, and maybe throw an Ice Beam or two if we need to. We are going to go ahead and get the second Night Slash from the Obstagoon. Again, this is barely just a tickle on Azumarill, it's not going to do anything at all. No worries, no cause for concern. We are going to go ahead and stack up a little bit more energy here before we use the Ice Beam. Hopefully we can snag a shield. If not, again, try to get that extra damage on Obstagoon, and he does let it go through. He is going to go ahead and throw another Night Slash here. Honestly, with how much HP this Obstagoon has, we are fully capable of getting the full farm down and having 100% energy for the next Pokemon he decides to send out. But not before he gets to another Night Slash. Again, not going to do anything to Azumarill. Azumarill is not worried, not concerned whatsoever, and they send in the last Pokemon, which is Trevenant. Trevenant can be very scary with the move Seed Bomb. Seed Bomb is a very spammy move, but the good thing is Nidoqueen will only take neutral damage from Seed Bomb, as to where Azumarill will take super effective damage from Seed Bomb. He ended up going for a Shadow Ball instead of a Seed Bomb there, but that's perfectly fine. He did snag our last shield. We are going to go ahead and respond back with the Poison Fang, and his defense did drop. This is perfect. We are going to go ahead and go for the full farm down, and that's a good game, very well played. Alright, let's go ahead and get into the next match. We do start off again with the Dubwool versus Golbat. It's really good that Dubwool actually learns Wild Charge. Yeah, it lowers the defense on the Dubwool, but it is really good for those matchups with the flying types or the water types. They go ahead and send in Wigglytuff, and we respond with the Poison Jab Nidoqueen, and Nidoqueen's about to go nuts. We're going to go ahead and get as much damage in as possible. We're going to go ahead and try to throw a Poison Fang here. Try to snag a shield or get the knockout on the Wigglytuff. And they do decide to shield, and honestly, I can't say that I blame them. They do get a defense drop, but they do have a charge move ready, so it's either they can snag a shield from us, which they are going to, or they get the extra damage on Nidoqueen. They send in an Ice Beam, and I'm so glad we shielded that. Now we're going to go ahead and get the full farm down on Wigglytuff, and they're going to go ahead and send in Golbat. There's nothing that we can really do with Golbat here in front of us, so we're just going to go ahead and throw a Poison Fang here just to get the defense drop on them, just to make it easier for the Dubwool. They decide not to shield, and honestly, that's okay for them. They do get the defense drop, but again, there's really nothing that Nidoqueen can do with it having Poison Fang and Earth Power. So at this point, we're going to try to get as many defense drops as we can. Alright, and he does have a charge move available. I believe this is going to be Shadow Ball. A poison move won't actually kill Nidoqueen, I don't think. So he would have to go for the Shadow Ball there, and he does go ahead and get the kill on the Nidoqueen. We're going to send back in Double, which already had some energy stored up to begin with. We are almost built up to 2 body slams, so I'm going to go ahead and use one of those body slams to either snag the second shield or get the kill on the Golbat, which this should kill from this range. Let's see. And there is the KO on the Golbat, and they send in Medicham. This Medicham is going to shred right through Dubwool, so I think this is the perfect opportunity to go ahead and go for the Wild Charge here, either snag that last shield or get as much damage as possible, and that takes about half his damage. We are going to go ahead and send in Azumarill, and honestly, unless he has Thunder Punch, I'm going to go ahead and consider this a GG's. We're going to go ahead and go for the Ice Beam. This is definitely going to snag the last shield. I don't think he'll let Medicham go down like that. Oh, and he does. Never mind. I guess there's really nothing he could have done in that situation, so honestly, good game, very well played. Let's go ahead and get into the next match. We do start off again with the Dubwool versus Stuntank. With him being a Shadow Pokemon, he is going to do a little bit more damage to us, but with how bulky Dubwool is, I'm not super concerned with that. We are going to go ahead and throw a Body Slam here, hopefully either snagging a shield or doing a pretty decent amount of damage to him, and I plan on switching into Nidoqueen right after this. We do throw the Body Slam here, and he does not shield it, which does, again, a pretty decent amount of damage. We are going to go ahead and build up some energy on Dubwool and switch into Nidoqueen here. Even though he is a Shadow Stuntank, nothing he has right now will kill us at this range. He does go for the Crunch, and we decide not to shield. The enemy does get the defense drop on us, and they do have another Crunch saved up. So we are actually going to go ahead and shield this and try to go for the full farm down on the Stuntank. That is another Crunch. They do take our first shield of the game, and we are going for the full farm down. We do have pretty good energy for the next Pokemon they decide to send out. And that Pokemon is going to be Greninja. So we're going to go ahead and throw the Poison Fang here. We do want to get the defense drop on the Greninja. The Greninja is going to go ahead and get the full farm down on the Nidoqueen. The switch clock isn't reset yet. So honestly, that's okay. He does have a little bit of energy saved up. We are going to go ahead and send Azumarill. Azumarill being Water and Fairy, versus Greninja being a Water and Dark. Night Slash isn't going to do anything to Azumarill, and neither will Hydro Cannon, so I'm just going to go ahead and let this go. And they do swap into Gardevoir, Shadow Gardevoir. So we're going to go ahead and respond with the Dubwool. At this point, Dubwool is so low HP, I don't want to go for Body Slam because I don't want to take the chance of not snagging the shield. I want to go for Wild Charge here to either get the shield or do as much damage as humanly possible. We do go ahead and snag the second shield, and there goes Dubwool. Rest in peace, Dubwool. Send back in the Azumarill. We are going to go ahead and use the last shield. We want Azumarill to keep as much HP as possible before Greninja gets swapped back in. Greninja is so spammy that even though it doesn't do a whole lot of damage, he gets to his charge moves way faster than we get to our charge moves. We are going to go ahead and go for the Play Rough here, which should secure the kill on Gardevoir, and there it is. KO on the Gardevoir, and they send back in Greninja. So let's see what happens here. He does go ahead and go for the, I believe this is Hydro Cannon. I don't see, he wouldn't go for Night Slash here. He wouldn't do enough damage. He does go for the Hydro Cannon. That does get us in the red. As long as we get to Play Rough here, then we do secure the kill, and we get to the Play Rough before he gets to the Hydro Cannon. With Play Rough being super effective on the Dark type Greninja, this should snag us the kill, and that is a good game, very well played. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoy this type of content, make sure to do a couple of things for me. Make sure to drop a like, make sure to leave a comment. I'm always down for some feedback, and make sure to subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. Again, thank you guys for 200 subscribers. I honestly didn't think this channel would be where it's at now and experiencing the type of growth that it is now. And that is, that is not me. That's strictly you all. So thank you all so much for that. I really appreciate the support. But with that being said, I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.